just going to be like a a Q&A session, but we want to like kind of talk about our Kohl's haul first. So let's
Kind of
see.
get like an interactive, see if you guys see what we see when when we were sourcing at the store. Let's see.
What up, y'all? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, what's up, Eddie?
What up? What up? What's
How
going
you doing,
on?
bro?
Does everybody know about the coal sale? Did some of
Yeah, so
y'all
we
take
did
advantage of it?
some posts. We did a post on the
School
school group. So Kohl's does this like 50% off clearance every so often.
Probably like every month almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, it's probably like from 6 to 8 weeks. As you
Yeah,
get
every
closer
6 to 8 weeks they'll like
to the
mark down.
holidays.
Yeah.
You'll get a surprise one where you're in the middle of the week and then they just drop the sale.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it starts on Mondays.
Yeah, it's like what, like usually like five days around there.
Uh, no, it's like the whole week. If it starts
Yeah.
on Monday, it usually runs through
It's on
Sunday.
Sunday.
True.
Yeah.
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 So
And like the past ones had been a lot of shoes, a lot of apparel. And this time there was like barely any shoes, barely any apparel. Like a lot of the stuff was already like cleared out and they didn't mark down any more shoes yet. So like we were like, is this sale even going to be worth it this time? Because like we were like going through our normal aisles, we were like, we don't see any shoes, we don't see any clothes. We're like, I don't know. But then I was walking down one of the aisles, I was like,
You went
this
to the
like,
restroom.
yeah, I was going to the bathroom and then I just
Mm.
walked back from the bathroom to meet up with Angie and I like walked past personal care and I see all these Oral-B toothbrushes and like they're all marked down clearance and we've already sold these toothbrushes before and I was like, oh man, I think I just hit the jackpot. So I was like, I just called her. I was like, hey, come over here. I think I just found a bunch of good stuff. So
Yeah.
we found like 10 Oral-B toothbrushes, like the Series 6s and then like I think another like 8 of the Series 7s. We sold the Series 7s before. We haven't sold the Series 6s, but they're like $180 toothbrush and then some of them were like 120, but we're getting them for like $50 to like $80 each, I think. 50 to 90, I think, depends on the series, but yeah, they were
oh
really good. I think we've already sold them before and they're like super fast moving products. So we
yeah, those are
just
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna just
Mhm.
kind of share what we found. We
Show
found a
me
lot
screen.
of Google products too. So,
You might want to close this one though.
oh, yeah. Cool. Can everyone see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, cool.
So
Um,
over here.
so yeah, this was the first one. Let me see. I can pull up the.
Can you guys see the like video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so this is kind of everything we found like after we brought it home, so you can see how much we bought.
We found
So we got like
some.
some Google doorbells.
Yep.
We got some Google Nest thermostats. We've already, so we listed the Google Nest thermostats,
FBM.
FBM, just to get a quick sale, just to see how fast they move. And they sell like 3K units a month. And they're like 187.49, but then you get the 50% off. So you're getting them for like 95 each. We already sold through like all 29 units that we bought at like $60 profit. So it's like an easy $1,800 profit just off of that one product already
Yeah,
sold.
Johnny, what was the clearance markdown at that before the 50% off?
Let me see. I think I have a picture of it. Oops. Oh, I should have done this in a different way.
Mm.
They must have been marked down like 40% before that, maybe 60, huh?
Okay. That
Yeah.
picture.
So I think it was originally $249.99. It was 30% off, so they brought it down to $174.99, and then 50% off that. So it's like 87.50 or something like that,
And
Yeah.
plus tax.
was that
170.
including, did you get any Kohl's cash back from that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so every $50 you spend, you earn $10 Kohl's cash, right? So over this whole trip, we ended up getting like over $2,000 in Kohl's cash
Yeah.
that we can use next month. I mean, we actually
Yeah.
have like 1,500 of it available right now.
Yeah. But like we literally have
She's got the
a
stack.
whole bunch.
So
And
we
all
don't
all
even
that
factor that
helps.
into our profit either. So
No.
Yeah.
that was a crazy one. And we can either use that for
More
future
inventory.
inventory, right? You just get inventory for free pretty much. You just put it at 0 for your buy cost, and then whatever you sell it for, that's just an extra, money. You can just turn the Kohl's Cash into regular cash doing
Yeah.
that method.
Yeah.
Or you can just, buy personal stuff if there's
Like if you
something that
need
you
stuff
want.
at your house or for
Right.
yourself or whatever.
Yeah. So we do a little bit of both. It depends on what's available. Sometimes we still like to make money on top of our Kohl's Cash. Like we want to find a product that we would still be profitable at our, if we were to pay actual money. So that's kind of what we try to do. So one of the stores, this was
You go,
oops.
hold on. Before you go on, to show them the actual item on
Yeah.
Amazon.
So which one is it?
Did you pull it up? The Nest.
I don't think I have it here. Yeah. Let me
Let's pull it up real quick.
open up a new tab. New tab. Oh, it's this one right here. I believe it's this one.
That was a good haul. Did you guys make it down to Portland?
Yeah, we did. We
Yeah.
did make it down to Portland. It was kind of hit or miss down in Portland. They didn't have a lot. Every store they didn't have like what we were looking for. So some like probably like 3 or 4 stores we walked away without buying anything, which kind of wasn't the best. But that's the name of the game. It comes with RA. Sometimes you don't always find everything. We try to like call around to each store before we go, and
They're
you
pretty
can.
good about that too, letting you know what their stock is.
Yeah,
So
we can be like, hey, we have the UPC. Can you let us know if you have any on hand? And then
they're pretty good about like
their stock counts are pretty accurate. So
yeah. We didn't believe them at first.
yeah,
I'll
so
tell
we
you that.
still went to go check even if they didn't and see
Yeah.
if maybe we could find something else. Because we only checked a few UPCs, but you can see like this product right here. We got it for like around 96. We sold it for 198. So we're making like $63 profit. And then this is FBA, so we did FBM. It was around $10 to ship. So still $62 profit on this.
Yep.
So you can see, and then you can see the seller count always going up and down.
It's a fast
price is
mover.
stable.
We literally were like, oh, should we list them?
Yeah.
Should we not
A lot
list
of sellers
them?
on that, as a matter of fact.
Right now there's like 30, and I'm surprised we were actually ungated in this. Like we're not ungated in other Google products. Like even on this same variation, we can't sell like if I go click on this variation here, it'll be like eligible to sell. Let me see.
I don't think it will do it.
Yeah,
Oh,
see,
there
it says
goes.
no. It says we can't sell this product. But for this specific variation, it allows us to sell it for some reason.
Yeah. So I'd keep
And
an
so-
eye out on that when you guys are also like
Yeah. So
listing.
sometimes you might be ungated in just like one
Yeah.
product in a brand. It's kind of weird. But like if I could find like we're looking for this product anywhere else we could find it.
Yeah.
If we could find it for a good price, we're gonna look for it.
Yeah, like we already know that it moves fast. Like
Like-
we're willing to look and hunt for it.
Yeah, and maybe find wholesalers that have this at like
Yeah.
a lower price though. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Like, oh, we can sell this product. We know we want to buy more of this product. Let's see where we can find it.
Yeah.
And you can see right here, actually, if you're looking at the Keep It chart. So this might have been a good A to A flip right here. So like, oh, I don't know if that's I don't know if there's a price error. It looks like it's a third party
FBM.
seller, but somebody came in stock right here at like 87 or 80 right here. So you could technically have bought from him and resold it back at the regular price.
See.
So
Yeah,
They
the
were
price remained pretty consistent for having a lot of sellers.
yeah.
yeah,
Moving.
I know there's a lot of it doesn't go down below like 880.
That's a group of
Really?
sellers I want to be a part of.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
right? Don't
Nice.
take the price. Yeah. So other products we found were these like Oral-B toothbrushes. We've sold this specific one in the past. I believe Walgreens, like I found this product originally from an A to A like monitor. Like I got pinged that this product dropped in price on Amazon to like $99. I was like, and then I did what I always do is I just do a Google search when I see like Amazon drop the price significantly. I'll do a Google search to see if they're like trying to price match another retailer. and I noticed that Walgreens had dropped the price and they were clearancing these out. And so I bought like 60 of them from Walgreens online, and I had coupon codes with Walgreens, so they were 99, but then you get the coupon codes like for 15% off. So I think we ended up getting them for like $86. And then we sold through all the 60 units that we bought. And they clearance this one and I think another color.
Was it the white one?
But
or
yeah, I
the
think
light
if
gray?
actually if I go back in time, you can probably find it. See when they clearance these out. I don't know if it was this listing specifically. So I think there's a few listings for this one. Oops.
Click on it.
There's a couple. There's this one. This one is like a slower moving listing. So you can see it says 200 plus bought in the past month on this one, but it's the same product. Can't find it. Swear.
That's the thing too with like some listings, as like they have some
Multiple.
products they have multiple listings.
Yeah.
So if one's like slower moving than the other or whatever, you can always like split your inventory and kind of get that, like some in this listing, some in that listing. We've done that before with Dinka shampoo. It was like we split it on like a 1-pack and then a 2-pack. And then that way like it moved both at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't find it right now, but anyways.
We can always post it on the school.
Yeah.
But there was that black one that
Yeah,
we
so I think
did.
we got it for 94.86. They're going for like 174. Actually, the current buy box is it kind of goes up and down. It's like 174 right now, but it could jump back up to 199. I think that's when Amazon will take the buy box back. But it's selling it for like 174, still $43 profit, get 45% ROI. Then I think we got like 10 or 15 of these, you know? So
Yeah.
like if you add that up, it adds up quick, right? You know, you're going to multiple stores, but I think we went to how many stores overall? Probably like
So there's 8 in Portland, or like
we went
that
to
area.
7 of them because we skipped one.
Oh yeah, we did skip one.
And
And
then,
then
like
we went up north to Marysville. So maybe in total like 4
15, I think
15,
probably. Yeah,
15
15 stores.
around there.
Probably spent like $8,000 in inventory. Gonna get like 2K in Kohl's cash.
Yeah.
And
We're
we
not
got a
even
bunch of
counting that.
profitable products. So
So it was a good one. And they're easy prep too. So like
Yeah.
when we're sending it into FBA, literally just take off the Kohl's sticker and slap your FNSKU on. So
Yeah.
it was nice.
and
How
then
many units did you pick up in that haul?
So we bought these toothbrushes. We bought the Ring doorbell. Well, sorry, the Google doorbells. We bought some other thermostats.
yeah, the other thermostats we're gonna be selling on Walmart.
Yeah.
Because
So
like we're not ungated in Google in the other products that we bought, but we can sell them on Walmart. So
yeah.
we're gonna sell those.
Maybe
We've already sold a
like-
few on Walmart actually.
Yeah. So I would say units total.
Units total. So we got 30 thermostats plus like probably 40 toothbrushes overall. Maybe like it's like 70 plus
Whatever.
the thermostats, the other thermostats.
And
Probably
then-
like 120 to 150 units total.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. We haven't
Yeah.
even
Cool.
prepped them all yet. But
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
still prepping them, so we haven't scanned them all in.
Yeah.
We have to take off all the stickers and stuff.
But
But
these are like
Yeah.
higher ticket products, right? That we can like sell at a higher price, and there's like more room for profit margin. So like the price could drop a little bit and we still make good money.
yeah,
I mean, I've seen, well, I mean, you check all the departments, right? From shoes to home to kids to, I mean,
Yeah.
there's something somewhere in the Kohl's, you know?
Yeah.
yeah, you just gotta look
You
for
gotta
it.
know, you know?
Yeah.
I kind of
And
start off
after,
with shoes always, but you
yeah,
know, I jump around departments and find little
for
hidden
sure.
gems here and there.
Yeah, definitely. And each store has different stuff sometimes. Like you'll find stuff at the
Yeah,
one store that you will not find in another store.
we found those shoes, remember?
But after a while, like after you've been to so many stores, like you just know what you're looking for. Like we just go in and we know what we're looking for, and then we if we don't find it, we go out, or if we do find it, so
You
it's
go
like
into a different section too. So
it's
like,
pretty easy to
yeah.
like search after a while.
You want to show them the shoes?
Oh, let's finish the
Okay.
toothbrushes really quick.
So
So yeah, this is the other toothbrush we found. It's a Series 6. Yeah, so I guess they probably just weren't selling in stores. I mean, they still move, like this sells 2,000 units a month of this color, of this variation. That's just the black one. And then we also found the white ones too. And Amazon has the buy box at 149, I think. So I'm sure we'd have to probably price a little bit under Amazon to get any sales. But it
it
looks
used to
like some
be
people are pricing under Amazon, and there's like a small spike in the seller count, but it moves fast enough where I'm not really too worried about spikes in the offer count too much.
because it used to be at what over here?
Yeah, I used to be up here at like 45 sellers. Now it's down to 20, and it got down to 14.
At one point, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean it was still selling consistently around 100, so not too much risk there.
I got a question.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
up, Luis?
Hey, I noticed on the alerts, there's like 3 different alerts. Is that concerning for any reason, like IP or anything like
Oh,
that?
yeah, I see what you're saying there. So there's the dangerous goods, which means that this product is, I think it has a battery in it, so you might have to take some additional measures when shipping this into Amazon or shipping this to the customer. And you might need to be approved to be in the dangerous goods program to actually sell this product. So that's what that is about. We're approved to sell dangerous goods. So we don't really worry about this alert too much. The IP alert, that's um, somewhat accurate. I mean, SellerAmp is kind of just like, oh, Oral-B is known to have IP issues. Um, but that's kind of like crowdsourced. So like sometimes other sellers will just say that Oral-B is, has issued an IP complaint to me, and then they'll put that on there if they have any record of issuing IPs. But what I usually like to do when checking for IP complaints is actually looking at the seller count here down below. And you want to see like a significant drop in the seller count, like to where it's like went from 20 to 1, like a huge drop, like an instant drop. And if you don't see any of those, like you're pretty safe that they're not going to issue an IP complaint, at least on this listing,
Yeah. So that one right there, that like hump
Yeah.
there, that is like a
That's a
gradual.
natural, like sellers just selling out of their inventory. It's not like a sudden
Straight
drop.
down.
That's the
And then-
holiday. That's the
Yeah.
holiday
Say that-
break there. People selling out.
Yeah, people selling out, running out of inventory.
Yeah.
So I get your concern there, but I always check the Keepa to see if there is a
Kinda
actual
confirm,
significant
yeah.
drop. I think there was a product I found the other day where,
Like it showed that.
oh yeah, it was like that Kohl. Remember the Spar soap?
Oh yeah. I don't remember what it
Let me
was
see if I can
called.
find it. It's like,
It was like some soap.
Did anybody else have any luck at Kohl's?
yeah, did anybody go to Kohl's this past week?
No, I didn't find anything.
Oh, really? Did you try it? Did you go at least?
Yeah, I had went to one up in Redmond.
Oh, okay. We might have already hit the one before. I think we might have been up there too. Did we
Yeah.
go to that one?
In Washington.
Yeah, we might have
Can't
cleared it
stop
out
buying
before.
everything, Jay.
Yeah, Rich off shipping. He's up from Washington as well. So
Oh,
a
okay.
local might have to do a local meetup.
Right
Oh yeah,
there.
so here's what we found.
Duke Cannon, big ass lump of coal. Some bar soap.
Let me see if I can find. I don't know if it's this one specifically.
Okay.
think this was a okay listing. So there's two options.
Maybe just look at the variety pack or no? Like
sec.
that was the package. Mute it. Mute it.
Sorry, 1 second, guys. I think it was this one actually. So here's like a good example of an IP complaint. I think that I found I found this in store. It looked good, but as you could see, like right here, it goes from like 30 sellers all the way down to 7, like instantly. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna pass on that because of that. So
That's
this is what
usually
I'm
a
looking
sign.
for when I'm looking for an IP complaint. Like even if it says it's like there's no IP complaint warning on
alert.
this alert. But when I look at the Keepa, I don't know why this dropped from 30 to 7 sellers, but I'm assuming it's from an IP complaint. Doesn't look
So we're
like it
just
was
not
a
gonna risk it.
pricing error.
Has anyone ever got an IP complaint for any product?
I know we have. It doesn't happen too much for us, luckily. I think it's happened for us from like Discovery Kids. It's like a toy,
Yeah.
toy brand, like the Discovery Kids, you know, like the Discover Channel.
Yep.
And then also like Sharper Image is another one that does
Yep.
IP complaints. So watch out for those.
I got one from Dr. Scholl's.
Oh, really?
Dr. Schultz.
Dr.
Yeah.
Scholl's. They were mad.
Oh, wow. So I hopefully that answered your question, Luis.
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Okay,
Hey
cool.
Johnny, what can you expect from an IP? Like they sent me an email. I don't know if you've gotten
So,
written, you gotten something direct
I would,
or
yeah, so like there's different forms of like how they will send you stuff. The only real IP complaint is actually getting it in your Seller Central account. Like if they send it to Amazon and it hits your account health metrics, right? That's the only like true
Legit.
IP complaint. Like
Yeah.
they'll say like counterfeit product without a test buy, or like it'll just be like because and they're sending it to Amazon, but you can actually fight these IP complaints if you buy your inventory from a legit source, a legit supplier, and you can provide proof that you bought it from a legit supplier. You can fight these IP complaints and get them removed.
Yeah. We've
So, like,
done that in the past.
We've
And
had templates, yeah, where we just fill out we use ChatGPT to like map out a template for us,
yeah.
and then we'll just like fill in the blanks and we submit our invoice or wherever we bought the product from. Like one of them for example was like a product we bought from Amazon specifically. It was like an Amazon to Amazon flip. We had the invoice from Amazon and we submitted it with all the the explanation that
Yeah.
we got, and they removed the IP complaint. So
Yeah. So don't be scared when you get those IP complaints. They can be removed if you bought them from a legit source and like a, authorized distributor.
yeah.
So there's ways.
Yeah, you're technically protected by like the first sale doctrine. So like if you get like letters in the mail saying like, oh, cease and desist letters, like, oh, stop selling our products, or like, you have to like, we usually ignore all those letters. I mean, this isn't, legal advice. So,
you do whatever you want
talk
with
to your
those,
CPA, but
but
this is what we do. We don't really worry about it unless it says something about like the warranty, that's when we worry, like if we can't provide like the manufacturer's warranty. But that's a whole nother rabbit hole that you could get into about all that stuff. But I wouldn't worry about like getting messages and like the Seller Central, like customer messages, like they're not supposed to send you messages through there. Just ignore those. Put no response needed, and then you'll get
at least that's what we
emails
do.
and you'll get
That's what
stuff
we
in the
do.
mail. So yeah. But yeah. Moving on. This is the same one, but just in white.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you
So
can see it
Series
sells
6.
400 plus units a month. So that was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, so we got these shoes at this one Kohl's. It's like a weird Kohl's that we got them at. It was
Yeah.
like it's not like your normal Kohl's. It doesn't look like a Kohl's. It's like I think a newer. They're trying to like go like with a different like model.
Vibe.
and different vibe.
Yeah.
And so they carry some different products that we don't really see at other Kohl's. So they had a bunch of these shoes. And we bought these before from that same exact Kohl's, but they
Yep.
still had more for some reason. I'm like, where did these come from?
I
I thought we
know.
bought all of the ones that they had, but
They clearanced out different sizes. So it was like 9.5. I
think
think
that
we bought 7,
7 through 9.5 were all good. I
Yeah.
think. So like we bought some 7s, but yeah, they were like $43. But then the 50% off, or no, $46, but then 50%
I
off.
think you have a video actually.
Yeah. So I can kind of play a video actually.
Can you see that video?
Yep.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay.
So this is like kind of just one of the stores we were at. I don't know if you can hear the audio.
Was that weird story you're talking about?
Yeah, the rank was crazy on that one.
This is our third cart too, so.
Yep.
Let's go.
There's a lot. There was a lot. We had 3 full carts of different sizes of that same style.
And it was raining like crazy.
It was pouring. It was
Yeah.
pouring. It rains a lot over here. So, going to the seller ramp there.
Yeah.
So the rank is $279. The estimated sales is 12,503 a month. And the price that we got them for was $25.70, and we are gonna list them at $73.88. But if you could tell, this person that's in the buy box has it for $74.11, and they only have one. So if you go to the other sellers, let's see what they're selling it at. So they have like very low stock, except for this person has 5. So we could probably get away with listing them higher.
We'll probably
And
list them
wait.
around like 80, 85. And then like once they check in, we'll go check the price after they've checked in and see if the price has gone up. You know, if the price has gone up, that's good. We could probably sell it at a higher price.
Yeah.
Or if not, we can just lower the price to what the current buy box is to sell our
Yeah,
inventory.
you
So
gotta remember, it takes time when you send in your products for all these other sellers to either like sell out or like change their price too. So,
we always price high.
yeah, you always want to price high, because the last thing you want to do is like price low and then like you sell your stuff first.
Yeah. And you don't
I
even
mean,
realize it. It checks
yeah.
in and it sells right on check-in. You're like, oh shoot, I could have probably priced it
Made
$5 or
more.
$10 higher and
Yeah.
made it better, more profit. So but I think we've sold these ones in the past. You could see like, I think this was from the original Kohl's sale
In October.
in like October. You could see like they cleared these out
Yeah.
at all these stores. And this is when we originally bought them from like
Yeah.
most of the Kohl's that we were at. But
Mhm.
let me see.
Right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
so like they're only down to 4 sellers, and then it jumped up all the way up to like 28,
28.
and now it's like kind of slowly going back down.
Yeah.
So
And
The
we
price
only
is
found
getting
these.
consistent though, huh?
Go ahead.
The price is it's consistent, the price.
yeah, I know it only stayed
Yeah.
at 66. It's at 60.
That's still good though. You get
Yeah.
Yeah.
$100, right?
And then the price has jumped up since that, like the past month. It's gone up from 63 and now it's at like 75, right? And that's just this size. The other size is like, I think we actually have some 9.5s that they're not even in stock right now. So like we can pretty much price them at whatever we want.
And that's what you want.
Yeah,
is-
you want just that low competition where you can
Yeah.
just name your price. So like this one, we got some 9s too. The buy box is suppressed, but you could still get sales on this listing with the suppressed buy box just because of
the
how good of a
variation.
sales rank it is, you know?
And it's a variation.
Yeah, it's surprisingly like every time I send New Balance women's running shoes,
Yeah.
they really don't return them.
Oh yeah.
No, the New Balance is a really good
Yeah, I have low
brand.
return percentage
Yeah.
on those.
Yeah, usually with women's shoes, you always get like super high return rates, but like I guess New Balance and a few other brands like Asics, those are
Asics.
like good at
Asics, New
there's like
Balance.
very little returns with those. because
We did find some Asics too.
yeah, we
It
did.
was like men's Asics.
Yeah.
Some like sheetrock habanero. The sheetrock habanero, Eddie.
We found those again?
We found those again, and then
Yep.
some of the like I think it was like all black ones or black and white ones. I'm not sure which one
Yeah.
exactly.
And you can see, look at this. There's only one seller on this listing now.
Yeah.
So I mean, we haven't even listed ours yet. So we'll pop on there, but yeah, and there's a lot of colors, a lot of variations, but I mean, you can go to the variations tab and you can see what variations are more popular than others.
Yeah, about the white leopard ones.
Oh
Those-
yeah. I think we
White
found
leopard.
one pair of
What colorway is this one? This one is the
the
black, green, white.
white.
So you can go in here and you can go to like, just if you want to find exactly how good this one is, you can go to color and then type in like black,
Green
green, white.
right there.
Oops.
You put two
Oh.
forward slashes.
So I mean, it gets less than 1% of the reviews, but
It's still
it still moves. I mean, still
Yeah.
it says 50 plus bought in the past month, 50 plus bought in the past month, and then we can, yeah, it's already sorted by highest rating to lowest rating.
Yep.
But so yeah, we mainly buy from sizes like 7 to 9 or 7 to 10 in women's, and then like 9 to 13 in men's. Those are like the most popular sizes for shoes.
Yep.
But yeah, that was another good one. And then, oops, you could see our Kohl's Cash. So yeah, we had I think like 1,500 in Kohl's Cash.
Yeah.
Well,
And that's not even counting like 600.
I think we have 600 coming in on the monthly from the monthly one
Yeah.
that you get every month. But
so in my experience with the Kohl's sale,
yeah,
when it starts on Monday, they usually don't start the Kohl's Cash that Monday.
Yeah, they started
They
like on
started
the
off
Started, like,
Wednesday.
yeah, you're right.
Tuesday or Wednesday.
they started like
Right.
3 days after the sale starts.
So that's a
So-
good thing to keep an eye on. I mean, if you want to make some Kohl's Cash,
Wait a few days.
getting there a couple days later, but you run the risk of probably not finding much.
Yeah,
But if you do, you're gonna get Kohl's Cash back, which
Yeah.
that always helps.
yeah.
Yeah, we were out of town when
When we were out
Sale
of town when the
started.
sale started, right? And so like we started the day before they started doing the Kohl's Cash. I think we spent like 3K or 4K the
Yeah.
day before the
Yeah.
Kohl's Cash started, which is kind of
Yeah.
annoying, but
Sucks.
I know. We really thought about maybe taking it back and having them like refund it and then doing it again, but that's kind of doing too much.
yeah,
But
It's always good, too.
technically, you could do that. You could take it back with your receipt, have them refund you, and then purchase it again with the Kohl's Cash in mind.
yeah,
Yeah.
And another thing too, I want to throw out there is that you can combine your receipts when you're doing this Kohl's Cash. When it's like you spend 50 and you get 10 back. So like say you spend $540 at one store and then you spend $110 at another store, you can combine those two receipts
to get the extra
to get the
10
extra $10.
Yeah, that puts you over that like next $50 threshold to get the next $10
Yeah.
Kohl's Cash.
And then that adds up. So like we got this one here. I think this was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's-
So like this one here, they just gave us $10 just
'Cause-
because we combined our receipts.
Yeah, as long as they're
So-
purchased the same day, you know, and the increments of both receipts add up to the next like $50 increment, you can get that additional $10 Kohl's Cash.
Yeah. You just you ask them to
Combine the
combine the receipts.
So
Oh, that's nice. I didn't know that. Do I
yeah,
talk to a manager or what?
no, any sales associate can do it. You just have to,
Really?
you know,
Ask the cashier.
ask the cashier.
They probably don't know
Mhm.
how to do it, but they'll phone somebody that knows how to do it.
Yeah,
But yeah.
Yeah,
So,
the
I mean, I think that's pretty much
What we wanted to go
what
over.
we wanted to
we-
go over for like our Kohl's haul. So hopefully you got
Cool.
some gems out of that. But does anybody have any questions or
Yeah, where are you guys at with your journey? I know we were talking to Rich off shipping.
yeah. I know he started like I think like a month ago, but it looks like he's already taken
Taking off.
action.
nice.
Yeah.
It's good to hear.
Yeah.
Let me add on the Kohl's, you know, in my experience, like I did probably a
sharing.
lot of the sales last
Yeah.
year, and with time, you know, like the shoe department manager, I kind of made him my buddy, so he's been a good contact for me for these sales.
Yeah.
Well, calling me a day ahead, letting me know like, hey, the sale's coming out. You know, you always want to build that network where it's like, you know, they're calling you because you know you're gonna go in there and clear out, you know, 50, 100 pairs. You know, so they'll, you know, he'll call me a day before, hey, the sale's tomorrow. Come choose your shoes. And then as soon as the sale hits, I'll just go pick up my selection, you know. So it's always good to make the network there. If you get a chance to, like, go to Kohl's and, you know, they'll see you there every time. Just talk to them, be like, hey, I'm interested in these brands or whatever. And, you know, just share your number. And you'll find some departments that managers that will, and then the others, you know, it's kind of like they hate us sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
They hate the
Yeah.
resellers, you know. So you always want to just give them some kind of off story, you know, where it's like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I send them, you know, I donate them or whatever. And then, hey, they give you a call, and next thing you know, you got a big batch of shoes or whatever department it is, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
try to build a network within anything, you know, any store or whatever.
Yeah, connections and relationships are everything. Like yeah, like what you said, it's really, I mean, you just connected with the manager, you know, and now they notify you every time they have a sale, and you get like the first dibs on all the good inventory before anybody else gets it or anybody
Yeah.
even knows it's going on clearance. So that's huge.
Yeah. I remember you mentioned, Eddie, that happened to you one time when you gave the number to the manager and then the manager hit you up the day before the sale and told you like, hey, come in and I'll show you what I got. And then
You like grab like
you
80
would
Oh
pairs of
yeah,
grab.
that
shoes.
was the last sale in
Yeah.
October.
Yeah.
Yeah.
October, he hit me up on a Sunday in the morning, and he's like, "Hey, the sale's tomorrow.
Hmm.
When you get a chance, stop by." And kid you not, it was like 100 and something pairs that I
Yeah.
Jeez.
picked up. He
That was
he
good.
he actually just put them in the back for me, and the next morning I went to pick them up, and it was probably like five push carts full.
Oh wow.
Yep.
You just need one store.
Crazy.
That
Yeah.
was
I like
one store. That was one store. So, you know, in my area in San Antonio, we got like 5 Kohl's, you know,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
before the sale in October, I took a trip to Houston. It's only like 3 hours away, but Houston, man, they got plus 15 stores, maybe 20.
Oh yeah.
I made it to 5 and my car was full and I was done.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I had probably like another 80 units on top of that.
Yeah.
But you know, it just wasn't Kohl's too. You know, Kohl's is good. I check all
Yeah.
departments, electronics, you know, men's underwear, men's sportswear. I mean, I try to stay away from the clothes because it just takes longer to process.
It's
Yeah.
so
You know, but
much.
if it's a good margin, you know, on some items, I'll go into it. But you know,
Yeah.
there's just nothing like setting up shoes and wrapping a
Yeah.
rubber band. You know, quality
Easy.
check, boom, boom,
Easy. Yeah.
box and go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
How
mean,
much profit you think you make off of that one sale last time where the manager
oh,
let you know?
sheesh. I think it was like 180 units, and just at Kohl's, I think I saved maybe like 6 G's or something like that.
Yeah.
It was up there. It was up there, like in just savings, but profit. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
that profit's probably like it was like 3,500, something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was a lot. It was a lot, you know. But
Nice.
you know, these sales, I think if anybody's doing like RA, you know, it's a good sale to, you know, to take advantage, you know,
Yeah.
especially if you're like ungated, you know. I think the obstacle here sometimes when you start is just the not being
Ungating.
ungated on
The
some items,
gate at the beginning.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But if you continue to see these items that are profitable, you know, sometimes just consider trying to ungate, you know, like
Yeah.
finding something off of whatever. I mean, I've had trouble ungating lately,
Yeah.
Oh
but
yeah.
you know, I've done it from ASICs, I've done it from Amazon, you know, finding ungates and all that. But I think that's the obstacle, right? Is being ungated on some of these brands.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
And if you
but-
are ungated, it kind of creates like a moat around your product, right? You know, you can kind of
Yeah.
like limit the competition because not everyone's ungated in it. So you can
Yeah,
go.
I mean, before like last year, I think my last ungate for the year was A6.
Yep.
I had trouble with it, but I seen the potential in the
The
brand.
profit and
Yeah.
I
And
I
you
kept
bought the
seeing
shoes
them.
before you got ungated, right?
Yeah, no, I went deep. I went deep.
You're like,
You're like,
you're
fuck,
like,
I
I
gotta
gotta
figure
get
out
ungated.
how.
I don't know.
gotta
I
get
think I probably
ungated. I
had
don't
like
care
Have
80
how.
pairs of
to.
A6 or something like that, but
Yeah.
it was worth the return. You know, I think I bought 10 units from A6, the website.
Hmm.
10 units from there. I think it was just like socks. I think it was like socks or something.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes you just gotta invest in the brand that you want to ungate. And you know, sometimes you won't get an item that's profitable, you know, when you ungate, but you kind of just bite the bullet in that because
Yep.
you know, once you get ungated, the profits of all the other shoes that you already got or whatever,
They're gonna make up for it.
Yeah.
it just pays off, you know. So
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
rocking
It's just
big socks right now on my shoes, so I got plenty of
Yeah.
those.
Yeah, we got hella socks,
Oh my
even
God.
from just trying to get ungated.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you get lucky nowadays. It just all depends on the brand too, you know. Like the one I've been trying to get is Starbucks, you know, but those ungates tend to be a little bit more pricier, you
Oh
know, and
yeah.
sometimes you don't find
The big
something
brands
that,
for sure. Yeah.
you know, you don't find something that's profitable with your ungate, so you just kind of take you know, a little hit, but you know, Starbucks out there is very profitable,
Oh
you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Very profitable. So I think that's my next one I'm gonna try and go to for
Nice.
Starbucks because I see it around like if I'm at Ross or Home Goods or whatever, you'll see a bag of coffee for like $6, $7 that's selling for 30.
Yeah. And
You
then
know?
also like when it comes to like Starbucks coffee too, is like you could sell them in packs. So
Yeah.
like
Might
it's
be
not just
nice.
one listing, it's a variety of listings. So you have more
Options.
options.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, where's everybody from? Whoever's on the call. Are they
I got a
all
question, actually.
What's up, Luis?
yeah.
Um, I pretty much been procrastinating a bit, so I'm kind of thinking of just diving in, like all in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike, I know you guys started just like sole prop when you guys started.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you can do it again, would you go that route or would you prefer to start with LLC?
Um, I
I
think
mean,
I
it just well, I'll go ahead. I'll tell you
so I'll
my
tell
side,
my
but
side
I'll
and
tell
then
yours.
I mean, yes, the only reason why I recommend going to LLC is just because you have the separate bank accounts, right? You have like your business checking account and you can keep all of your business expenses separate from your personal expenses. So that way when it comes to tax time, it's easy to like tell like what was for business, what was your business expenses, and then like don't include your personal expenses, right? So like when you can see your numbers, like this was your sales minus your expenses, this is what your profit is, right? So you can see the numbers more easily versus if you had everything mixed in like we did when we first started. It was a lot messier. You know, like I was trying to like, oh, this personal expense was for business, you know, this one was not, you know, so trying to like reconcile my books at the very beginning was like a mess.
Mhm.
But you know, once we've got the LLC set up, and once we got, you know, everything,
Damn, I
you know,
missed some
all
good shit probably again.
organized. I think we have someone on,
Yeah, no,
but
that's in my experience, I had the same question. I was like, do I go sole prop or do I go LLC? I think it was better for me to go LLC,
mhm,
only because there's just so much untapped what do you call it, capital that you can get from creating a business banking account and opening
yeah,
up a business credit card, uh,
Funding.
Yeah.
and then using that credit capital to invest in ungating, invest in inventory. I think it took me like from opening up an LLC when I got is it the ITIN, number or something? ITIN
Like
number?
the like
yeah.
Whatever it is.
EIN,
No,
yeah,
the EIN number. So
Yeah.
that's basically your social security for your business.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
like, you use that, you go open up a checking account, savings account, or whatever, you know. And I think I waited like 30 days before, you know, I went in for a credit card
hmm
and got approved instantly for the business. So
Yeah.
from using like my own capital. I think that was the upside for me. Like, I was using capital. I think I started my business, it was like $1,000.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it went slowly, everything that was getting made as far as profit was just getting reinvested, reinvested, reinvested. And when I opened up the credit card, I started LLC. I didn't even do sole prop. But once I got the bank account, I think 30 days after that, credit card, dude, I think I was approved for like 15K. You know what I mean? And it's different for everybody, but that's
Yeah.
that's all like now it's what do you do with that capital, right? You have it there. It's not
Yeah.
technically it's not your money, but
Yeah.
you have a lot
Yeah.
more that you can do.
The
You get
tax
hired. Yeah.
the tax reason was the big reason I kind of was like, I think I should just start with an LLC.
Yeah.
But then New York is a little pricier. I'm from New York. It's a little
Okay.
pricier here to
Yeah.
like start it. So that's kind of why I was like a little hesitant of
Yeah.
doing it.
Mhm.
But and with the new law with the LLCs too, I know I got to deal with that too. So
Oh
that's why I
yeah.
was like hesitant about it. But I think I guess it sounds like it's worth it. So
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
there's two ways. Obviously, there's two ways to it, like going the sole prop and the LLC. They mentioned the LLC, but say for instance you do end up doing the sole prop, there is ways to go about it to separate your expenses. Like you
you
can
could still
open
open
up
up a business checking. Yeah.
you could still open up a business checking as a sole prop and separate the expenses coming out of that like account. And then if you have good credit and you actually have like credit cards to leverage for it, you could just pay off whatever and say you want to use one credit card, right? Specifically for your business. Make sure you pay off all your personal debt. That way it doesn't get mixed up. And then use that personal credit card to, fund your business type of thing.
And
But that's if like, obviously like money, sometimes not everybody has the money to start an LLC. It gets expensive and all that stuff. That's just a way of I guess like around it. But again, we like to say the LLC is better
Yeah.
just because you could get the funding under the business and it doesn't show up on your personal credit.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to fund the business with a personal credit card, then obviously it's going to show on your credit at the end of the day. So when you actually put the money on the business side, it's kind of like a ghost card or like a
it
ghost.
doesn't show up on your personal
Yeah,
credit
it doesn't
report.
show that you owe this much, it
You
doesn't.
can hold the utilization, you can hold the balance
Yeah,
on
you can hold the
on the
balance and
business side.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Okay.
one thing, Ernesto had a good point. It depends on your personal credit because when you open a
Yeah.
credit card with your business, you're using your social.
Yep.
You're using your
Oh.
your personal guarantee
So
in it. So
that-
your personal credit score still has to be good
Yeah.
in order to get approved for
Yeah.
business credit cards, regardless if you have an LLC or not. But let me also mention that you can actually still open up business credit cards as a sole proprietor. Like you don't have to have a
Yep.
business like an LLC to even open up these business credit cards. You could get funding as a sole prop first and then open up an LLC and get funding under your LLC too. So you can get funding under both.
Hey, Johnny,
Gotcha.
That's true.
So you don't even need to have, you could, do business as an individual, use your social security,
mhm.
open up a business credit card. That business credit card, even though you opened up as a sole prop, it'll still not show up on your personal credit report.
That's true. Yeah.
So,
Forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Hey,
Yeah,
Johnny, I've heard in some instances.
so I mean, you could still do both, but you just want to make sure that you're setting it up properly. If you do go the sole prop route, I would still recommend opening up a separate business or a separate checking account that you only use for business. You can still apply for business credit cards under a sole prop and just go as you're doing your own business as an individual, but you're using all your information, like even on your seller account, like it'll show like who the seller is, and then it'll be like sold by, or like you can have your seller name, but like if you click on the seller profile, it'll say like your name and like your address and everything. Like it still shows everybody's business address and their business name, but like if you use your personal information, it'll say your actual name. So
Okay. Thanks.
Hey,
Yeah.
Johnny, quick question on sole prop and LLC. So for someone who wants to start out, say they go the sole prop way,
Yep.
yeah.
and I guess some people that started that way, they want to test the waters or whatever. They just want to
Yeah.
see if it works or not. But to someone that sees that there's potential in this, I'm a
Mhm.
sole prop, right? Under a sole prop, will they find obstacles to switch over to a LLC, or LLC just gonna create a new name for it? Like,
No,
can
I
you,
mean, we started off as a sole prop, right? And
yeah,
we bought a LLC, we, got our name and everything, and then we just contacted Amazon or like updated our settings in our seller account, be like, hey, we're no longer going to be
Oh, so-
taxed as an individual. We want to be taxed as a LLC. And so we just converted our settings to be under our business name, and we just updated them, and it worked. It was pretty smooth. And I've
You have
noticed
to
that,
submit the documents for it too, though.
yeah, I
You
think you have to
give the, like,
submit your documents.
EIN and
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
So.
So they need
Oh,
to
okay.
prove
That's
it, but
another thing maybe you made me realize that I don't know if your tax person maybe would know, or maybe kind of like I'm wondering about.
yeah,
Once it seems like you guys are doing pretty good, again, doing revenue and everything.
yeah.
So would it be worth doing like what's it called?
Bookkeeping?
No, not bookkeeping. It's like when you it's not LLC. It's like so you like pay yourself kind of thing.
Oh, an
An
S
S
corp,
corp?
S corp,
Yes.
yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. So an S corp is pretty much like almost like an LLC. You can elect for an S corporation, which means that like you are required to pay yourself payroll, and then you can take a payroll. You pay payroll taxes, like your Social Security, your Medicare, and like all that stuff. So you pay yourself like a small salary, like whatever you think is reasonable, and then you're only taxed on that, like payroll tax on that amount, and then like you can take distributions in addition to that, and that's not
Like your
taxed the same.
bonuses and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they say pretty much like after you make 50 or 60K, it's worth doing it that way because
Yeah.
tax you save more
Yeah.
money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So I was just
we're on
wondering-
that route this year.
yeah. This next year we're gonna
Yeah.
convert to an S corp and start doing payroll.
Yeah, we were supposed to, but we
supposed
had
to
some
last year, but
issues
we were like,
with our CPAs and stuff. We got switched out a few times, so
yeah, we go through a bookkeeping service called CapForge, and they assign us a CPA and a bookkeeper, and we pay like a monthly subscription to be a part of them, and they just keep track of our books, like their
Yeah.
e-commerce. They specialize in e-commerce, and so they use QuickBooks, and they just pull our Amazon reports, pull our Walmart reports, and then we give them access to like our credit cards stuff, and so they can like categorize everything as what's inventory, what are these expenses, and then like they'll ask us questions, and so it helps us keep everything like
organized
official and professional
Yeah.
for our numbers. I think we try to pay like $350 a month for them to do that,
yeah. But that's because we have multiple credit cards and multiple
yeah,
marketplaces. They base your rate off of like how many Amazon accounts you have,
how many credit cards you have,
credit cards,
how many accounts are they
they have
managing,
to
pretty
like
much.
like
Yeah.
how many accounts they're managing and stuff like that.
But then we got to keep track of all of the write-offs, and so they
Yeah.
make sure that we save the most money when it comes to tax time. So like they'll be like, oh, you can do this, you can maybe put money here, and then you can save on taxes. So like we might pay a little bit, and the subscription itself is a tax write-off. It's technically a business expense, so we pay for them, but it's also, when we pay for them, it's still a write-off on
Yeah.
our books. So that's a whole
Yeah.
it's
It's
kind
a
of
lot.
a complex topic, but yeah, S corp, we're gonna plan to do it this year. We were gonna do it last year, but we decided
Not yet.
not sure if
Not yet.
we made enough to where it would make it worth it, but we eventually plan to do that.
Yeah.
But also one thing I did want to know about LLCs is I noticed that there's like an Amazon lending program
Oh yeah.
in the
yeah,
Amazon Seller Central, and I noticed when I was a sole prop, I wasn't getting any Amazon lending offers from Amazon, or like from lending offers, because they didn't like, they don't look at you as like a legit business yet, because you're still, I think, a sole prop individual. But once we converted to an LLC, we started getting Amazon lending offers
Yes.
from like partners that Amazon works with, right? We accepted like a 35K Amazon. It was like through Lendistry. It was like a 2-year Amazon loan, like 35,000. And so we had to pay like 1,500 a month for that loan, but it really helped, help us grow. And when
Oh
we were-
yeah,
when we were
that
starting.
was like the start of the snowball.
Like that's when we went from like 5K months to like 20, 30, 40K months, and
Yeah.
then 50K, and then we got credit cards, and then we can spend more money, and then Okay. All right, Eddie, have a good one.
All right.
Thanks
All
for
right,
coming in,
y'all.
bro.
Thanks for
Nice
coming
meeting
in.
everybody. Have a good night.
Yep.
You
Remember,
too.
if you don't spend, you don't make.
Yeah. The more
pretty
you
much.
spend, the more you make.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Have a good night.
All right.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's once we got the credit cards, we got up to a certain level, but
Yeah.
we didn't get those offers until we had the LLC.
Yeah.
Like
So
right,
it opens more doors, I guess you would say.
yeah,
It opens more doors when it comes to like lending
yeah.
and banks trusting you and all that.
So even though it might cost more in like your state to open up an LLC, like at the the initial upfront cost, right? Like I think overall in the long term, you're going to see more benefits of having an LLC. So that's just like right now, I think we're going for a big line of credit right now through the Amazon lending portal. It's like
$143,000.
$143,000 line of credit that was offered to us
Yeah.
through Amazon lending, but we have to provide like income statements for the past 2 years. So we're
We're
trying
waiting
to
on-
like work with our bookkeepers and our CPA to like get our numbers and so we can submit that and hopefully get approved. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what we're working through right now.
It's
that's
looking
great.
it's
Yeah.
looking a lot better now
Yeah.
that they're like finishing out like the numbers and
Yeah.
adding all the sales from December because they still hadn't done December when
That was our biggest month.
yeah, that was like our biggest month. So obviously like it was a big chunk of it. So we
Yeah.
couldn't really submit the income statements like yet. So that's why we're like trying to like rush them to kind of get our shit done.
Yeah. So the offers are pretty much based on like your seller performance, like your
Yeah.
sales. So like as you sell more stuff, like you'll start getting higher offers. And so like we tried to apply for it like a month ago.
Yeah.
And they declined it because my credit score wasn't like and like my credit profile wasn't like in the perfect like spot at the moment. I paid off all my debt, like my
Yeah.
personal debt, and it jumped up. And then I reapplied for it, and they actually offered me more this second time around. So they
Yeah.
constantly keep sending you more and more offers. So if you don't accept it now and it expires, they're going to send you
A new one
a new one.
eventually.
And sometimes if your sales are going up, then they're going to send you bigger
More.
and bigger offers. So
Yeah.
It's basically like a loan and you pay monthly, kind of.
Well, line
yeah.
of credit is a little different. Well,
yeah, line of credit.
yeah,
Okay.
line of credit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a line of credit. But we also got an offer for another loan
Yeah.
from Lendistry, and that was
That was like
like
196K, but I would
Yeah.
rather have the line of credit for like a little bit less because you only pay interest on what you actually are borrowing at that time. So you can like borrow on it and then pay it back, and then you don't have to pay interest the full
Yeah.
term,
because thankfully we were able to pay off like all the credit cards, all the debt that was there, like all the statement balances. So like we don't really have the need for the whole loan at this moment. So it wouldn't make sense to like borrow all that money and pay that interest when
Mhm.
it's just sitting in our bank account. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
We can't deploy that capital like right
Yeah.
away. We don't have
So
like,
that's why we're trying to dip our feet into wholesale. So we just got what is it, like the OA challenge?
yeah. So there's a
or-
course called the Wholesale Challenge.
Wholesale challenge.
I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but we just went through that.
They
we're
go
trying to
over like how to contact suppliers, how to
open up accounts.
open up accounts and stuff like that. So hopefully this year, I mean, we're still going to be doing OA, RA, but
gonna
we're
be
going to
incorporating some wholesale.
incorporating some wholesale.
Yeah.
Obviously now that we are getting offers for like more capital, then we're going to try to leverage that capital to make more money.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're excited. It should be a
I
good
know.
year. It's kind of like
A slow start, but we're investing our time in learning more and how to make more and,
kind of like strategically planning out this year because like this time is always going to be slow. So like we're trying to like hire VAs, like optimize our processes, go for more funding because we know that Q4 is going to be like the craziest time of the year. And this last Q4, like I feel like we could have probably done better because
yeah.
we were not ready for
We
like
were not ready for
we were
for
like
the
selling way more than we could really even handle. So
it was a lot to handle for sure.
but so yeah, there's a lot of opportunity out there, and there's always ways to improve your business. So
Yeah,
it's
but Luis, if you can, I would say do the LLC just because you have more opportunities. But if you just can't do it, then just do the sole prop, and you can always stop. Like pretty much what they say is like if you do the sole prop, you would end that business and create a new business as an LLC. So you can't necessarily transfer the time
Yeah.
like the year that we were that you were a sole prop
Yeah.
like doesn't count towards the LLC
Age. Yeah.
of the business.
Because most banks are like you don't really get funding, a lot of funding until like you're at least 2 years like aged as a LLC.
Yeah.
Sometimes. I mean
Sometimes.
some banks will give you like funding right off the bat, but a lot of the times you have to wait until you're at least like 2 years old in order to get like a good amount of funding. But
Yeah.
it can vary.
Yeah. But I mean there's
At least
there's
not
both
no
ways.
PG stuff.
You have options, but if you're just trying to like start and get the ball rolling and say fuck it,
Hmm.
do the sole prop, dude.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's not, you can always change it into an LLC in the future.
Yeah. No, my whole thing is like just watching a bunch of like, influencers, but a lot about taxes and stuff. So I
Yeah.
see the advantage of it. So that's kind of like I'm leaning that route, but I don't
Yeah.
want to procrastinate anymore. So I think I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah, it's worth it. It's
Yeah.
definitely 100% worth it.
I see. Okay, we got a few questions in the chat too. I think Neto said, so let's say you're not interested in finding the IP complaint because the product is done or whatever. Is there any impact to your account, or should you always fight it? And yeah, I think you should always fight it. You don't
Yeah.
want that to show up on your account regardless, because that if you get too many of those, they deactivate your account.
Yeah. So you want to address it
Yeah,
as
and
soon
do
as
everything you
possible.
can to get it off. Like,
Yeah.
and then if you can't get Amazon to get it off, you have to contact the brand owner and be like, hey, take this off. Like, or what can we do to get you to remove or like rescind your IP complaint, right? And so they'll be like, if you promise to never sell our products again, we'll take it off. So I've heard of other sellers having to do that, but luckily we haven't had to do that ourselves.
Yep.
So I think we
So
got
Alejo said he's setting up his
Alejo.
LLC.
Next week in Nevada using NCH to help me out with that. I'm in Arizona, but setting that up in Nevada.
Okay.
Nice. What is NCH, Alejo?
Is that like a company maybe that
Might be a company.
like third party that sets up
Northwest.
information?
Oh, I think Northwest Nevada registered.
Nevada headquarters.
Hmm.
NCH.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is, but we use Northwest Registered Agent to set
Yeah.
up our LLC. It was you could set it up yourself, but I thought it was easier to just
Have
use
somebody-
Northwest Registered Agent to set up the LLC. Oh, and it's nchinc.com.
See? nchinc.com.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Nice.
So they set up the LLC and
Yeah.
they maintain it. It's probably like the registered
Kind of like a
agent,
legal Zoom or something like that. But
something like that. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
I mean, you can go that route. But I think I also have some friends that could help you set up LLC.
Oh
too.
yeah, if you guys need help with setting up LLCs, we do have a
Yeah.
friend. You could just message us and we could send you his info and then
Yeah.
he can kind of guide you.
I think most of the people in here are from like Renee's.
Oh
group.
yeah. Yeah, Nico.
Yeah, Nico Hernandez.
Yep.
He knows how to do that. So
Yeah.
um,
What about Pablo and Edgar? What are they?
Pablo or Edgar, do you guys have any questions? Hopefully you guys got some value from today's call.
Yep. Alrighty.
Okay. How's you been? Do you have your seller account set up, or I'm not sure where he's at.
Yeah, I'm not sure where you guys are at in your journey.
What about iPhone? We got somebody from iPhone. Not sure who that is.
Is that Eddie? Probably. Oh,
Oh, okay.
okay. Nice,
All right, bro.
Edgar. All
getting it
right.
in.
So we're gonna end this call. If you guys don't have any more questions or any comments.
Yeah, we'll
Appreciate
go
you
over
guys
some more
coming.
like live sourcing stuff using maybe Keep a Product Finder, more Amazon to Amazon flips. I want to show you guys more about those.
Yep.
Because that's like 50% of our business last year was Amazon to Amazon flips. And those are, you know, really good, like lucrative opportunities that you can take advantage of.
Yep.
And then other sourcing methods. So, but I appreciate you guys all calling in. And
Yeah.
look forward to having more calls. So,
All right,
thank
guys.
you, everyone.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Good night.